There's a boy, well, a man now, who's practically my family. His name is Ryan. We grew up together. Same schools, same neighborhood, same backyard barbecues. He's always been like a cousin, though technically we're not related. Ryan's parents, Mark and Sheila, are good people. Kind, quiet, and incredibly private. The kind of folks who never missed a church service, always paid cash, and never talked much about the past. Ryan doesn't know he's adopted. Not legally, anyway. There was never a paper trail. A closed, quiet arrangement made through a whispered network of people who knew how to make things disappear. Only our family knows. My parents were close to Mark and Sheila before Ryan came along. I found out by accident when I was 13, overhearing a fight I wasn't supposed to hear. That alone is enough to make your stomach twist. But it's not the worst part, not even close, because what Ryan really doesn't know is this. His real mother is still alive. She works at the local market, and the two of them see each other every week. Ryan's always been drawn to the market. Every Saturday since high school, he's gone to the farmer's stands to get the good eggs, like clockwork. He buys flowers for his mom, always daisies, her favorite. Talks to the same vendors, knows everyone by name. Everyone, except for one. Carla. She works the register at the produce stall. Late 40s, quiet, pale eyes and dark curls like Ryan's. And here's the kicker. They always notice each other. It's subtle. A glance held too long. A smile that's a little softer. That faint awkwardness, like two strangers who should know each other but can't figure out how. They don't know their mother and son, but something in their bodies remembers. And every week I watch it happen from a distance. Because I can't not watch. I never told Ryan. How could I? It's not my secret. It's my parents' and Mark's and Sheila's. Apparently, Carla was 19. It was a bad situation. Her parents threatened to throw her out. She was scared, broke, and ashamed. Sheila had just had another miscarriage. Someone introduced someone, and suddenly the baby was adopted. No courts, no records, just one life passed to another like a torch. Carla stayed in town, tried to forget, but she never left. And now fate, or something crueler, makes them cross paths every week. She doesn't know. At least, I don't think she does. But she looks at him, like she's searching his face for something. And Ryan? He doesn't even know there's a mystery to solve. Last month, something happened. Ryan called me late at night, voice shaky. I know this is gonna sound weird, he said, but do you ever feel like you don't belong to your life? The question hit harder than he meant it to. I asked what brought it on. He said he went to visit his grandma, Sheila's mom, and she'd looked at him and said, "You have your mother's eyes." Then she corrected herself, said she meant Sheila, but Ryan said it didn't feel right, the way she said it, like it slipped out. Then silence. "Sheila's eyes are brown," he whispered. "Mine are blue." The following Saturday, he skipped the market. That was the first time I ever saw Carla look nervous. She kept glancing up from the register, hands fidgeting, like she felt his absence. The next week, he returned, and that time, he spoke to her. Just a simple, "Hey, thanks." But she smiled and said, "You're welcome, honey." Honey. That word cracked the air between them. I finally broke. I asked my mom why no one had ever told him. She sighed, that deep, weighted kind of sigh mothers use when they don't want to open the box but know they have to. "Because what good would it do?" she said. "He has a good life. Sheila loves him more than anything." "But it's a lie," I said. Mom nodded slowly. "It's a lie that kept him safe. Sometimes those are the only kinds we have." I couldn't shake it after that. The guilt, the ache, the image of Carla and Ryan orbiting each other unknowingly, like planets in the same solar system, never touching. Then something changed. Last week, I saw Carla crying. It was after hours. I was picking up a bag I left at the stall, and she didn't see me. She was sitting on a crate, phone in hand, sobbing. I didn't ask. I just waited. That night, I looked up her Facebook, scrolled through old posts, buried comments, and there it was, from about 17 years ago. A baby picture. Captioned, "Goodbye, my little light." Posted on the same day as Ryan's birthday. My hands went cold. She knows. Or at least, she suspects. Ryan's digging now. The grandma's comment started a landslide. He's been asking questions, looking through old photos, noticing the inconsistencies, the timelines, the lack of baby pictures, the way Mark flinches when he asks about the day he was born. He hasn't come to me directly yet, but I know it's coming. And I know the real question isn't if he'll find out. It's how he'll survive it when he does. Because this isn't just a story about a secret. It's a story about a mother and son who've been loving each other from opposite sides of a silence they didn't choose. And soon, that silence will break. Sometimes I wonder what will happen the day Ryan finds out. Will he run? Will he scream? Will he forgive? Or will he stand there in front of Carla at that market stall, watching her hands tremble as she bags his apples, and finally ask, "Do you know me?" And if she says yes, what then? I don't know. But I do know this. Love doesn't always arrive the way it's supposed to. Sometimes it gets rerouted, hidden, misnamed, but it doesn't disappear. It lingers. In matching blue eyes, in aching silences, in the feeling you get when a stranger's voice feels like home. Ryan will learn the truth. And when he does, God help all of us who knew. Because secrets this big, they don't just break, they detonate.